Hi, Happy New Year, Leo. I hope that the year so far has been kind to you. Before I begin your reading, I just want to let you guys know that everything on my channel is interpreted. That implies that I am using my ability and the aid of spirit, the meanings of the cards, to get the readings done. Okay? One more point as well before I begin. To let you guys know that I have my tarot series on my Instagram at Amani Eve777. The series includes my own personal scientific interpretation as to how I relate to the tarot on a meta psychological, meta anthropological perspective. So please feel free to go partake in the series. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, you can always communicate with me on here, comment the videos, or you can communicate with me directly on there on my IG. Okay, so these readings are going to be from the time period of January 10th to February 28th, 2022. Like I always say, the energies always change. They're constant, but they are changeable. Okay? All right, so let's see what's going on. I'm getting the idea of locks. I don't know if this is like keeping your like locks, like home locks, car locks, and things of that nature. It could be metaphorically connotated or literal. Okay. All right, Leo. The card you have underneath is the Emperor. So um, the Emperor could be a Taurus man or an Aries man. Okay, that you could be interacting with. They may be in your space, whether you're a man or a woman. They could be in your space. They could be a partner. They could be what do you call that? They could be a partner. They could be someone who you see on a regular basis. Someone you see on a regular basis, like someone who comes into your space on a regular basis. You work with them, whatever it is that they are to you. You know what's interesting about them is that I feel like they could have been someone that you like. I'm looking at their hand, and they have their hand balled in a fist. This, I mean, it could. There's a white male on this card, but they don't have to be white. But they could be. But they could be whatever race or ethnicity. But their hand is balled up here, and it kind of feels like they could be law enforcement as well, or if there's someone that has been in your space, like you're cool with them. I don't know if you've had like altercations with this person in the past, and they're like returning, or they are already in your space and you've had some type of altercation with them before. That's one element about what I was feeling. Another interpretation for some of you would also be this person, like, I feel like they took something or they're trying to take something, but I get success too. So as I'm talking about it, like they either took the success, like your success, or like they may want your success. I'm trying to understand. They may want your success, or they're trying to take your success, or I don't know if you're doing that to this person or they're doing that to you. I don't know what the deal is with that. Or they could have taken something tangible, like I don't know what it is, like an object, or like what do you call those? I also get a paper. They could have taken a paper from you, like, I don't know, paper could be document. If you're in school, it could be like a paper that they took. I don't know. It could be like a school related thing, like a paper that you left somewhere. I'm also getting this idea of like a file cabinet and things of that nature. You may want to keep an eye on them around a file cabinet for some reason. Like a file cabinet would be somewhere that you keep like personal documents, payments for things, tax information. That's typically what somebody, you could use it for, or they can use it for. But I feel like I'm getting this idea of this individual that they tiptoe around you, that you willingly have in your space. So I would keep an eye out for this individual. They could be in your neighborhood. They may not be someone that you know personally, but I'm getting the idea that they are. And you're really close to them, but it feels like you should keep an eye on who you decide to be really close to in your space, okay? All right. I don't know if they're like, they're dressed professionally, so I don't know if they're like you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the foundational card. I'm going to put it over here. I used to do that, so it helps to see. It helps to keep the energy prominent, so it's not like it's underneath, but it's so that it's visible. All right, so I'm gonna keep them right there. But like I said, they're dressed professionally, so it feels like, and this kind of looks like a police badge to me. Like if you look at this design right here, this looks like a police badge. So they could be police, they could be an undercover police officer, or they could be an investigator that you may not know that they're an investigator, or they're undercover and they're like in your space, right? I get pretending. So I'm looking at them and they're pretending. To some extent, they're pretending to be, like, I don't know, you either know this about them or you don't. Like, and other people in a space, okay, I'm trying to interpret this property. One element about this is that they're like a regular person that you just need to be on your P's and Q's with. That's one for some of you. There's another element about this where they are coming towards you, or they're just in your space, and you either know or you don't know that they're like an undercover like police officer, they're an undercover investigator, they're pretending to be a regular person. I don't know how else to explain that. Like their involvement in a situation is they're presenting themselves like they're a regular person, but they're undercover for something. So either you know that or you don't know that about them, okay? And other people in the space don't, or other people in the space do, and you don't know. Whatever it is that is going on. So you should be aware of that. They're an Aries or a Taurus male, all right? The Strength card is here. They could be white, like I said. They could be white. They could be light skinned. They could be lighter than you, or they're whatever race or ethnicity. They look like they may wear a suit, or they wear a suit sometimes. Could be someone that you see in your neighborhood, and they're randomly walking down your block. They got suits on and whatever. The Strength card is here. That's your energy and that of other Leos. You need the strength. The strength with yourself is okay. You know what I mean? I also get opposition. So you may encounter some type of opposition, and it could have something to do with this person. All right, let me see. The waiting position. The Three of Virtue, which is the Three of Wands. All right, so the Strength card with the Three of Wands, the Strength card with the Three of Wands is that you may encounter some type of opposition with another fire sign. You have Leo here as well, so you could be dealing with another Leo. I get again, so dealing with another Leo, something is happening again with them, if that makes any sense. Something's happening again with them, so which means that something that occurred in the past, either with this person or a Leo, is happening again. And it feels like law enforcement is involved. I get something about like a neighborhood setting. So something may be going on with you in a neighborhood setting with law enforcement, or something that's going on with another Leo in a neighborhood setting or a work setting with law enforcement. Three of Wands in the Strength card, right? I'm getting this idea of some type of cover up as well, like something is being covered up in, I don't feel workplace. I mean, in the neighborhood, there could be a workplace. You may work in your neighborhood, whatever the situation may be. But I'm getting the idea that like there's a cover up kind of feeling that is going on regarding an Emperor and a Leo. So an Aries, a Taurus, and another Leo, or yourself and Aries and yourself and Aries and a Taurus. There's some type of cover up kind of energy that has taken place in a family, is taking place in a neighborhood, right? Something is going on that is really interesting there. But the spirit implied that something is happening again with this person, with an Aries, a Taurus, or another Leo, or something's happening again between you, a Taurus, and a Leo. That's the male, or another Leo, or an Aries. Something's happening again, whatever that means. So something happening again with the Three of Wands in the waiting position would be that if it's not necessarily something, I do feel like you need to be on your P's and Q's about someone in your space or that's just around. But I feel like if you do work with these individuals, I get men, you work with men. So there's all these males that are coming through that you do work with, you do some type of work with. It could be stock market related, it could be business related, like housing, property related, real estate related, things of that nature. I feel like you're doing something along those lines with these elements. But I get one of them is shady. So when I ran through that, one of them is shady. You could be the shady one, right? You could be the shady one, or it's an Aries, another Leo, or a Taurus. Somebody's coming off as kind of shady. Shady doesn't have to be negative 100%, but the shadiness implies that someone is not forthcoming with their intention. So that's you, that's another Leo, that's an Aries, or a Taurus. Someone isn't forthcoming in a business proposition, and I also get a workplace as well too. So that's what it feels like so far. I feel like there's something going on business-wise or with someone that you intentionally put into your space, or they could have invited themselves into your space, and something is going on. I also get some type of order or protection from somebody or a situation. So an order of protection would mean somebody may need an order of protection. So that may be you, or there's external elements here, another Leo. There's external elements that you're hearing that they need an order of protection from someone, if that makes any sense. They need that done. Or you're hearing that they're involved with this individual and they're expressing to you that they need an order of protection from someone. Or you want an order of protection from another Leo, from somebody. And you could be directly communicating with the Emperor, right? You could be directly communicating with the Emperor to get an order of protection. For whatever reason, the order of protection is needed. It could have something to do with the fact that you could have had someone in your space, like I said, that may have been going through a file cabinet. I don't know, something is important about the file cabinet and some type of documentation, or they're trying to take some type of documentation from you. If this is someone that you're working with, they're trying to take that from you, whatever or you could have willingly gave it to someone, whatever, or I don't know, something that's interesting. You could have willingly gave it to them, or somebody could be willingly giving it to you, but I keep getting intention. So if someone's willingly giving it to you, something is off. Something is either good or bad about their intention as to why they're giving you some type of documentation. There's an interesting feeling that I'm getting with this too. There's a very interesting feeling I'm getting. All right, let me try to understand this. So, say for example, I see what's going on here. Someone doesn't want to travel. Wait, let me try to make sense of this right now. This is interesting. All right, say I'm getting this idea that you may not want to travel with some type of okay, you may have someone in your space that you don't trust. I'll go with that. If that's the Emperor, or you speculate something about them, that's off. Something's interesting about that. You don't want to leave some type of document. You don't want to leave unattended. You don't want to leave something unattended. So it could be documentation. It could be your workplace. It could be your office. Whatever it is, you don't want it unattended. So, or if it's a document, you don't want the document. Like if you leave, the document is going to be okay. is going to be vulnerable to people that you are thinking will be able to get to it if you are not in the space, if that makes any sense. So what it seems like you're doing knowingly is to have someone someone to watch over a space for you while you're gone, but that person is like an undercover police officer. So either you know that they are or you don't know that they are, and you have them in your space overseeing some type of documentation that you don't want of a specific person or a few people to see, or you don't want them to know where it is. So you either have someone in your space that is undercover, and I'll give you a really interesting example. This is really interesting. Okay, let me try to interpret this as carefully as possible. You have a situation here where you could be really tight with police. You could have a police officer that's a friend, but you could be asking them to, look like a school teacher. I don't know, dress up, look like a rapper, look like get a briefcase and a suit so that you won't be obvious. Whatever the setting is, you know what I mean? Look, they could be like a babysitter. You're asking them dress up this way so that people don't know that you're a cop. Whatever. I'm going to be leaving here. I need you to keep an eye on my place because there's a lot of action that takes place over here. I'm concerned. I want you to keep an eye. You don't have to be dressed up at your regular uniform. I just need you to oversee this for me while I'm gone. That's one element about it. You could have a really cool, tight connection with a police officer. Or there's a situation here where you don't know, like somebody that you're really cool like that with, you may not know, for some of you, that they are that. Something about that. You don't know that they are that. So what's happening is you have some type of, you could be leaving them keys, you could be leaving them keys, that's what I was getting the idea of lock. You could be locking something, or you could be giving somebody, potentially you could be giving someone a key to get in so they can stay there and oversee what you have going on, but you don't know that they're a police officer or something, or they have some type of connection to a police officer if they are not that undercover, something like that. I don't know. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. So, or they just have that connection. They have that connection. And you know that, and you just need them to oversee something, like your place, your documents, whatever. It's known or it's unknown. It's known or it's unknown. The unknown element about it is that I get business at risk. If it's unknown, something that you have going on business-wise, work-wise, may become at risk if you're connected to someone that like that. If you're connected to someone that is like that. Something is interesting there. All right, something that you're doing is leading to a law enforcement type of, it doesn't have to be bad. It's just, you kind of, something that you're really comfortable doing, someone that you're really comfortable with interacting with, is they are kind of like spider leg webbing you into a situation that is connecting you to law enforcement or vice versa. I don't know if something is interesting there, okay? The Three of Pentacles is in the present, all right? So Three of Pentacles would be work-related situations. You got 2 3s here. So the 3s could be any date between January 10th and February 28th that has a 3 in it. Or another situation could also be March. March may be important for you. Something may be important about March. Somebody's birthday that you're close to could be in March. You know what I mean? Somebody, something may be important. If I said that's Pisces season. So Pisces season is the end of February going into March. So there may be a Pisces in your, something may be important about, I get talks to. So something may be important about who a Pisces talks to or who a Pisces knows. And it could be this person here. It could be that person. Or it's another Leo. Or it's a Taurus and it's an Aries, whatever. It's something that's important about communicating with the Pisces or who the Pisces knows. Three of Pentacles energy, right? I'm getting this feeling like someone may not trust you with something. So someone may not trust you with something. That could be a Pisces or some element here doesn't trust you with something, doesn't trust you with some type of documentation. They don't trust you with like a key. I don't know. They don't trust you with some type of key to something. They don't trust you for something. It could be like a file cabinet. They don't trust you. They don't trust to leave you with some type of like key to a file cabinet that's you to them or that's them to you. There's an eerie sense of trust that is going on between you and the Pisces, between you and a Leo, or an Aries or a Taurus, regarding keeping something secure, watching over something, whatever the situation is, giving somebody a key, overseeing a space, Three of Pentacles in the present, right? If it's not only that kind of mysterious element, then I do feel like you are working with the fire signs that are showing up here. You are working with them. But there's this feeling of who they're affiliated to or who you are affiliated to that is making a situation in a business kind of interesting. It just depends on what's going on. Or something's going on with the Pisces too. The Pisces is not trusting the situation, or they kind of play like they are, whether they're a man or a woman. All right. The future has the Four of Cups. Okay. And then the instincts has the Two of Wands. There's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of fire here. All right. A lot of fire. Trust with another Leo. There's situations going on with another Leo. There's eeriness about another Leo. You don't know who they're connected to, who they're talking to, who they're relaying information to. Pisces is unsure about your connection to another Leo, vice versa. So Taurus and Aries is involved in a situation. But the Two of Wands in the instincts is like, I get who to leave documents with. The Two of Wands is who to leave documents with. You're uncertain as to who to leave leave some type of document with. You know what? You know the heavy energy with some type of document is that I also get a check. It has something to do with a check, like a paycheck that you receive, or a paycheck. I don't know. It could be for another Leo. It could be for a Pisces. Something's going on with somebody's check, like a check that somebody could be waiting for in the mail that you have or you took, or if the Pisces had it sent to them. The Pisces could have had it sent to them, and it's for you. It just depends on what's going on, right? It could be government related. It could be like a government related check that another Leo may be getting it, or you could be getting it, or a Pisces. Somebody is getting that deposited to them, but it may not be theirs, or it's not supposed to be deposited to someone, if that makes sense. That's the feeling that I had someone leaving the house. That's the weird paranoid feeling that either you have, a Pisces, somebody has, and why they don't leave the house, or why they work from home, or why they barely leave the house. They're trying to I got a file. They're trying to safeguard a file that they have in their space. You could be safeguarding a file you have in your space. Or the Pisces, another Leo, I don't know, something's going on with the Emperor. Somebody's trying to safeguard files in a space. The Emperor energy, I feel like, is trying to, put the puzzle pieces together as to who or what that file pertains to. That's what I think the Emperor is present for. So if there's someone that you're cool with and they're just in the space and they want keys, and you don't want them around file cabinets and things of that nature, you want them lurking, they're just in the space, I get they know more. So when I ran through that, they do know more. Knowing more could be police affiliation. Knowing more, or law enforcement. Knowing more could be what's another situation that somebody would be knowing more about something. Knowing more would be knowing who is in the space and why they're in the space. But it has something to do with a file and a check, and like a file, a check, a payment. I mean, I would think that somebody will put a check in the same folder as the file would be in. You know what I mean? Some type of secrecy that is surrounding that. And it has something to do with someone not leaving a home. Like they may stay in the home a lot, or they work in the home a lot. You may barely leave the place. There's elements they may barely leave where they are because of safeguarding a file cabinet that has a file in it or a check in it that is not supposed to be there. So it's not supposed to be for you. It may not be supposed to be for a Pisces or an Emperor. The Emperor, I feel like, is trying to... I get figured it out. The Emperor's trying to figure that out for some reason. I don't know. Something interesting about that. It could be... It could have something to do with using someone else's information to get the check. I don't know. It could have something to do with that. It could have something to do... I don't know if there's like a government official, like that somebody has some type of connection to, that the check, some type of secretness is going on there. I don't know. And it could, like, the reason why it's secretive and the reason why, like, you may not want someone... I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to receive what is going on here. It feels like that situation where there's multiple... Say you have a partner, but they have some type of tax tie with multiple businesses. And something about that... illegal when I hit that note. Something about that may be illegal. Some element about that may be illegal. So you or someone else has some type of illegal file or illegal check that someone was given, you were given. You're not, for some reason, you're not supposed to have it. Another Leo isn't supposed to have it. Or Emperor, the Emperor is trying to figure, Aries or Taurus is trying to figure that out. So, but it has to do with, it's some type of governmental tie that you have or another Leo has in terms of a file and some type of check. Or there's something also, for some of you, there's something going on. I get who you work for. There's something going on with who you work for or who works for you. If you're like if you're like an independent, like if you're like a sole proprietor, you're like an entrepreneur, you're running something, like you may run something on your own or you do it with a few people. There's something going on with those people or one of those people that they work for you or they work with you. So if there's a situation here where you're working for someone and the way they get their funds is through, I also get extortion. Like someone may get like funds through extortion, and that could be through a few businesses, the extortion of a few businesses that are external from yours. But someone may help you to that. I don't know if a Pisces is involved in that. Maybe, maybe not. Or something's going on with the Emperor, like catching on. An Emperor is catching on to that. An Emperor is catching on to that. So the Emperor catching on is that the Emperor could be external, and they're finding their way into your space. I get to reveal. They're finding their way into your space to reveal that to other people, if that makes any sense. They're trying to reveal that. So if something is good or bad about it, I don't know how bad it is. I don't know how good it is. It just depends on what's going on. But it has to do with like money. It has to do with extortion. Extortion is not supposed to happen. It could have something to do with extorting funds from businesses, like other businesses, but it's like some element about it is secretive, and maybe only a few people in your space know that is happening, or that's how something is funded. It's through some type of extortion. I don't know. Somebody could be helping you with that, or someone is being helped in that way, and that's how somebody's getting some type of money. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune is here next to the Strength card, next to the Leo. All right, so I guess something about why, I don't know, like it's either like why you work with someone, or that could be a question that you ask for yourself, or is somebody else could be asking you why are you working with another Leo element? Why are you working with them? I don't know if the Emperor is asking you that question, or the Emperor could be asking, you could be on the outside looking in. The Emperor could be questioning another Leo and asking you, why do you work here? Why do you live here? Why do you choose to stay or work in this place? right? Why do you choose to stay or work here? Here, like wherever it is that you are, that's really specific. But it's like I keep getting extortion or extorted funds. Like there's a situation of extortion that is happening somewhere. Like if it could be your regular job, and you may be finding that out about a boss or a supervisor, right? Something may be stolen about funds. I don't know. Something could be stolen about money. Something is weird about a file. Like something is really shady about some type of file, like that you don't want someone to see. I don't know. You don't want somebody to see it. The file doesn't necessarily. It may not only necessarily have to do with the extortion of funds. The file could be. I get it like a deed. It could be like a deed for a property or a home. Is what the file is for. I don't know, but it could be the information that If it's some type of documentation or file regarding a home or property, it has something to do with who the property is under, or who own. Okay, that has something to do with the person's name that is on the property. Something like that. The person's name that is on the property, and it's how that is getting used. Like there's some type of weird. Okay, I understand. Okay, I'm trying to understand this. Oh my God. So, okay, there's a situation here where I don't know how it works. Miss me on this on the legal terminologies and things of that nature. Say you're living in a property with someone. I get like co-own. You may co-own a property, and that may be why you don't leave the property. Like literally you don't leave it. Like there's some type of obsessive tendency that you may have with staying in a particular property for some reason, or someone else does. Like it's something that's obsessive about it because it has to do with a deal. The deal is stating that, okay, I'm trying to understand. The deal is stating that you stay here, you're under someone else's name, if that's the case. You may be under someone else's name, or you may, but you can still co-own a property, but you're under someone else's name, if that makes any sense, with a property, right? With a property. But it's something element about that may not be, okay. Some element about that is not supposed to happen, if that makes any sense. So I keep getting co-ownership. It has to do something that's strange going on with some type of co-ownership that you have for something. And then you have someone in your space that is investigating that as well. Someone is investigating that you have in your space. All right. But the Wheel of Fortune is the Strength card. It could be another Leo that's investigating that, and they got police ties. Someone has police ties that you're really close to in a space. It could be someone that I enjoy talking about. It's someone that you enjoy talking about. It could be another Leo. You enjoy talking about them. But something's going on with who they're tied to. You know what's interesting? The Emperor, it doesn't only have to be their sign. Someone is tied to, whether you're black, white, whatever. There's a white male in this situation. And I threw another Leo. There's like a white male in the situation, but it's through another Leo. So if you're a male Leo, you may have a female Leo. It's their ex. You have a female Leo that something's going on with their ex. Their ex may have been a white, whether a white person, a Caucasian person. You could be that person that you're tied to someone that is Caucasian, and something is going on. I get funding. Something's going on with that person and funding something that you have going on. Like you could be white and you're interacting with a black investor. I don't know, or someone that is black that is funding something for you. You could be black and you're tied to another Leo that is black, and whether they're a man or a woman, they're tied to a white male that is oh wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. If you are, whether you are a black man or woman, you are tied to another Leo, whether they're a woman or a man, that they could be black, they could be white. They're tied to a white male, whether the Caucasian male is an emperor, whether they are an Aries or a Taurus, but something is white about them that you're tied to, or another Leo is tied to. They could have been dating them before, married to them, they did business with them before. That person, that another Leo that you're dealing with is tied to, that person, I get jealous. That person, that man is jealous. So what's happening is, because, okay, if you're a man, you're dealing with a Leo female, that her ex, all right, Jesus Christ, oh my God, Jesus, all right, whether you're a man or a woman, you're black, you're dealing with a Leo that maybe also be black, and their ex, something is white about the ex. Like, they have the white, okay, the ex could be black or another race or ethnicity, but somebody has police ties that they are tied to. Or you could be whatever race or ethnicity, you're tied to someone that you're tied to another Leo, something's going on, their ex has like law enforcement affiliations and connections. So what's interesting about it, you don't know. So you don't know that something that is, I also get this idea of incarceration, like something is going on incarceration wise, like something is incarceration wise about someone, or something that is going on here too. It's like something, all right. Oh my God, there's a lot going on here. Something that you don't know, or you're not going to see yet, or you should be picking up the cues on. I mean, it would be obvious, right? You should be picking up the cues on that someone that you are dealing with in your space. That could be why you need something watched. Something that you're doing that you want an extra pair of eyes on. Like, the reason to why you want an extra pair of eyes on is because of another Leo's involvement in a situation. But there's another element about this where that other Leo is affiliated, but they're interconnected to an investigator, or their ex could be that, or their ex or their partner is affiliated to law enforcement. And I get this idea of watching property. So when I said that too, they could be watching a property that you own, or they're watching a property that you're in. Something like that. They're watching a property that you're in. Something like that, right? I mean, there's a couple of different situations here. I don't want to stick to one storyline. I just feel like the basis of the matter is you having someone in your space that you want somebody to oversee something for you, but there's this weird energy of like law enforcement being involved, and then someone that you admire around you has close police ties, and something is either detrimental about that for you. One element, you don't even know that is happening, and then it could be detrimental, and then there's another element where it could actually be beneficial. But the reason why that's happening, those connections are happening, is because of a file or some type of check that you're receiving, another Leo is receiving, a Pisces is receiving. That's interesting. Like, there's something that you don't see that is going on there. That's like, if you had like a really strange occurrence happen to you within the past year, like whether that's with, like, I don't know if you had some type of, I don't know what happened to you in the past year, like at your job, or like on the street, or like in the neighborhood, something could have happened, but it happened. One reason why it happened is because of somebody. The one element has to do with some type the extortion of funds, and then being under. It has something to do with a property, and like your name, somebody's information or name or whatever not being on the property, or being on or co-owning something, co-owning a property. It has something to do with that as well. So if you're dealing with another Leo, if you have another Leo, Aries, Taurus, whatever, you may have those dealings with them as well too. But one of them is not truthful. So right when I hit that, one of them is not truthful that I ran through. One of them is not. So it's like, there's a lot going on here that my mind is taking me through a rabbit hole. My mind is kind of taking me through a rabbit hole. I'm trying not to go down that rabbit hole. I'm trying not to go down the rabbit hole with the Emperor, the Leo, the Pisces. I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to. All right. Another element about this I want to say is the Emperor. I keep getting co-ownership. You have some type of co-ownership. If they're not police, if they're not undercover, this, that, and the third, you have some type of situation of co-ownership with the Emperor. Co-partnership, co-ownership, whatever it is, with the Emperor. Right? But I get the idea, somebody didn't put your name on something as well. Someone didn't put your name on something. And it may just be under theirs. They could have told you that they did, and they really didn't. Or they did. They did, and I keep getting extortion and things of that nature. They did, and the money that they make from it, with your name is that they've been extorting funds. Something is important about that, all right? Something is interesting. And then you have somebody in your space that has like some type of affiliation to law enforcement and maybe investigating that, and you don't see, there's something there that needs to be seen. There's a lot going on there. The Five of Swords energy is in the spiritual self, right next to the Three of Wands. So the Five of Swords will be betrayal from a collaboration with an Emperor, another Leo, an Aries, could be Sag, I don't know. Right? That's the Five of Swords is betrayal. You're thinking that, there's betrayal there. There's betrayal with these elements, some of these elements. Another Leo, an Aries, maybe a Pisces even, or the Pisces is really secretive. So this could be happening in a few different environments. I feel like, it could be love intertwined with it as well, where you have a partner. The partner is a Leo. Like another Leo, whether that is love or business, or it's an Emperor, or it's a Pisces, that they're showing up there like love partners or business partners. And what's going on with them is that they know, or it's one of them, somebody knows of somebody else's close affiliation to law enforcement in a space. I don't know. That's really interesting. And that's why the Five of Swords is there, because somebody isn't telling you that, or someone isn't revealing that to you, or someone doesn't see, you don't see, they don't see. The Fool is there, a sign of Aries, so there's another Aries element there. That could be a woman Aries. You have a male Aries, Pisces male, female, Aries male, female, Taurus could be, Taurus is a man, Leo male, female. Someone is lying too. Like you have some lion energies going on here. You have some lion energies going on here in regards to a housing property, being on it, not being on it, money being extortion, extortion, files, secretive files. What's the other situation? Secretive files happening in somewhere. A check. Something's going on with a check. The check could have your name on it and somebody's cashing it. I don't know. That could be happening to you. Oh, I see what's going on. You could be in a situation here where, like, you may or may not use government assistance. You may or may not use, like, some type of government access to something. I don't know. You may or you may not. But there's a check. Yeah, there's a check that it could have your name on it. That could be a possibility. There's a check that may have your, I don't know, it may have your name on it, or it could have your name on it, and that could be, I keep getting this idea of funding. It's something's going on with funding. The check has your name, but it's like say I go somewhere, or say I'm doing something where I may not necessarily want to do like what do you call that situation? I may not. I'm just giving an example. Say I don't want to do like government assistance somewhere, and what's happening for whatever reason, what's happening is that someone else is taking it upon themselves to I mean, you could give them the permission or not, or you just brought that up to their attention. You don't use this, that, and the third, whatever it is. But what they're doing is that someone, I'm getting this feeling of someone getting checks in your name, but you don't use that source as to how okay, you do not use that source as to how the checks are being delivered, if that makes any sense. You don't use it. Someone else may be using it, right? But somebody has this law enforcement protection that may give them the okay to use your name to get that done. Or it's okay for someone else's name to be on it, but you or someone else got the okay to get that done. And you either know that or you don't know. So I don't know if that's going on with you. That could be happening with you in a Pisces element. That could be happening with you in some Aries elements. You got Leos here, Taurus, Pisces, man, woman, Leo, male, female. Something's going on there that is strange. All right. The Nine of Cups is in a changing position. I get secrets or family secrets. This could be happening with family. Yeah. This could be happening with family. This could be happening with family, with you and a Pisces and another Leo, or it's love, relationships. You could have a partner. There is a woman on this strength card, so which means that you could be dealing with a Leo that is a woman that is on this card. But also a man. There's also Leo men in the situation. Another Leo man, and there's a Leo woman here. Okay? Where somebody has tight police affiliation. Wow. I'm getting this idea of let her go. Let her go. So there's someone that you need to let go of, that they're not upfront with you. It's a she. It's a let her go. And this is the only woman that I'm seeing here. And it's a Leo that's a woman. There's a Leo that's a woman that you should probably let go. I get not up front. They're not up front with you. They're not up front with you about something. Or they're really secretive. Or to use something. Somebody gave them permission to use something that is yours to receive some type of check. I don't know. Something's strange about that. Or they have some type of police affiliation. I don't know. There's elements that have police affiliations, but they need the affiliation because of a document, because of a file, because of a check. Or you do. Or something that you're doing. Or extortion. Someone else is doing. Damn. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of shit going on, man. The Ten of Wands energy is in the resolution going towards the Four of Cups. That's why I was getting an idea of incarceration. So the incarceration with the Ten of Wands is that, yes, something is going to be difficult. Something may be difficult between you, a Leo, and Aries. Could be Sag. I don't feel Sag heavily, but they could be involved. Definitely fire sign, male. Definitely fire signs in general that you have in your space. I need to be spoken to. So fire signs in your space need to be spoken to. They need to be confronted. Or what you're doing in your mind is that you're bigging up someone. I get devious. You could be bigging up someone all the time that's in your space or outside of your space that is devious. Like there's a deviousness about the person that you're not seeing. Then the Four of Cups is in the future because the Pisces or whatever water sign knows that someone is devious that you willingly have in your space. Or someone that you have in your space is tied to someone that is jealous and devious. That's what I was getting. There's another Leo or someone that you're dealing with here. They're tied to, they have an ex or a lover or a friend that is affiliated to law enforcement. and they may be relaying information. They may be saying, watch him or her, whatever. I don't know. Something's interesting about that. Someone's really interesting there. All right, let me do an outcome. There's a lot of different situations going on there. Wow. Something's interesting. All right. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is here, and then you have the Three of Cups and Ten of Wands again. Let me do another shuffle on the Ten of Wands, because I already have it. And a King of Cups. That's why I said Pisces male or female. Pisces male or female. Water sign male or female, period. There's a heavy Pisces going on here. All right, heavy Pisces. Could be Cancer male. Could be Scorpio man. Heavy Pisces, though, for some reason. Whether it's a man or a woman, there's gossip with them. Nine of Swords. And I get what you don't see. Nine of Swords with the Three of Cups and the King of Cups is someone is talking about what you don't see. Someone is talking about what you don't see. What you don't see for some reason. Someone's talking about that. All right, that's the outcome. Five of Swords. The Fool in the journey is, I get the reason for travel. The Fool, the Two of Wands with the Fool is the reason for the travel that you're taking. It's the reason for the travel, okay? The reason for the travel. Something's going on there. The reason into why you're you could be trying to you could be traveling to get away from Five of Swords. You could be trying to travel to get away. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is next to the other Leo. Three of Wands, Five of Swords, Fool. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is next to them. Right? There's some type of betrayal that it hasn't been expressed. There's an element of betrayal that has not been expressed to you in a situation. Like, I'll give you a really interesting example. Say you're a man and you have a woman that you consider the woman to be an ex. I don't know. The woman is dealing with another man that is watching you. I don't know. They're watching you. But they're watching you because of some type of benefit. I don't know. It's just weird. And then if you're a woman, if you're a man, you have a partner that the partner has something's going on affiliation wise with a partner that you have. So whether that's a business partner or a love partner, something's going on with who they're affiliated to, who you're affiliated to. It's interesting. Undercover police. I don't know. Somebody could have sent, you know what I mean? Like an ex or a lover, or a past lover could have recommended. They know, they are aware of some type of work that you do, and they recommended you work with someone that person is extorting money, or that person is like really interestingly tied to your business and you don't know, or a job and you don't know, or your information and you don't know. Oh, that's crazy. All right. Well, let me know how it resonates, Leo. Be well. Take care. Bye.